Being a member of the Kensington Historical Society was meaningful to me because it was sort of like a grassroots organization on the ground. I think it's actually very important. And the society does a lot of work to be active in the community in a way that's just really genuinely authentic. And I wanted to be a part of that. I'm a Washingtonian, but I'd never even heard of Kensington. I was thinking of a place to buy a house and live and hopefully get married and have children. I just sort of stumbled upon Kensington and bought a house, and then later I met my beautiful wife, Diana.
We met in August, he proposed at Thanksgiving, and we were married the following April, so it was a bit of a whirlwind. Gary and I have raised our 3 sons here in Kensington. I've lived in Kensington since 1984. Kensington has a really unique history, and it's important for every community to know and understand the history of the place where you live, know the people of the shoulders that you stand on, and what was important to the birth and inception and sort of how the place came to be.
I think it was really easier for her to leave a very small town in Vermont, where her family goes back many generations, to come down to the big city and wind up with like a village in the big city. And I just really increasingly fell in love with the place. I've been involved with the train show from the beginning. It actually began at St. Paul's United Methodist Church when I was selling Christmas trees with my partner, and it was a cold, gray day and nobody was showing up. And she said, "Oh gosh, my husband's at the train show and he's warm." And I thought, oh my gosh, immediately a light bulb went off. And I said, train show, we need that in Kensington.
We went to College Park Air Park Museum where the show was being held and immediately agreed that we needed to try to do this in Kensington. So we spoke to the National Capital Trackers, a volunteer organization, and they each bring their trains to create these wonderful, magical train shows.
And so we just began a process of getting people to work with us. The town allowed us to use the hall. They made that contribution, and they are a sponsor of it. We've got Kensington Historical Society and Noyes Children's Library Foundation involved to help with it too, and then all the proceeds go to those 2 organizations. So we invited them in to help and also to receive proceeds, and that's what they have done. They've done a marvelous job, and we just sort of made it up as we went along. Well, we have the town hall reserved in perpetuity for the weekend after the Labor Day parade. So it's always the weekend after the Labor Day parade, so that's usually about the middle of September. The world obviously changes, and it always will change, but you can come to Kensington and you can feel like you're in a different century.